Woo! What's up, motherfuckers? I got a story for you guys today. This is a little different than my average shit because I'm always either trolling or you know, shit talking. But this was an interesting incident. So, okay, check it out. I was driving my friend back home at like super early in the morning. It was like 8:30 in the morning. I had to be there. So I get there and drop her off, and then as I'm heading back, I'm in my Challenger. And I got a radar on my Challenger anyway. I got a speed detector, and it wasn't going off. And this motherfucker was doing like 35 in the 45. So I was like, okay, you gotta get the fuck out of my way. I looked at the speed detector, nothing. So I go to pass him, and I fly by him, and I know I shouldn't be speeding anyway, but it was a straightaway, and there's nobody else on the road. And I was doing like 70 miles an hour, so I just flew right past this motherfucker. Everybody's done, okay? So I fly past this person, and then as soon as I do that, I see an SUV vroom, come right towards me, and boom, my radar goes off. I didn't even have a chance to hit the brakes or anything. So he pulled me over, and I see the blues, and I'm like, fuck me. So I get pulled over, and he comes out, and he comes up, and I'm not going to say where it is, because the moral of the story is actually one that people shouldn't find good, but I like it. So he gets out, and he's like, well, hello, and I'm like, hi, and he's like, you got your insurance and your license and your registration. So I give it all to him, and he gets out and he comes back and he runs my shit, and he's like, well, you know, you're on conditions, and I'm like, oh shit, you know. So what he does is he has his partner. Now I put my wallet and my license and all that shit on the front seat. He's like, well, you got to get out of the car and I got to search you. I was like, okay, I get it. I've been through this rigmarole for a year and a half now. So I get out of the car, his buddy's frisking me and whatever, and this dude's going through the entire fucking car, which clearly I don't have anything in the car because I'm on conditions. So he's going through, and his buddy's asking me stupid-ass questions about where, you know, just making small talk, which, whatever, you know, I've been through the fucking game before. So we get out, and then the cop comes back, and he's like, well, he's got my license and my registration in one hand, and then I see him and he has my wallet in the other. Now, little fun fact. The previous night, I had about $180-something high, $90 in my wallet. And we went out to drink for the Cinco de Mayo weekend, and there was I didn't spend any money because we ran out on our tab. So, I had $100-something, $90-something dollars, and then I bought my friend a pack of cigarettes in the morning. So I had $187. And, I loaned my brother 20 bucks because he gave me a ride home because I was drunk as fuck. So, lo and behold, I had $167 after it was all said and done. So he comes back, and this was in a back-ass part of Maine. Maine's full of a lot of back-ass word shit. So he comes up, and he has my wallet, and he's like, all right. And he has a real southern accent, too. And you can tell he's probably a muscle car. I don't know what he is. But he's like, all right. Now, I want you to ask you a question. He hands me my ID and my registration. He's like, he pulls my wallet from right there, and it's like, how much money did you have in here before I pulled you over? And I was like, about 200 bucks, give or take, a couple 10s, 20s. It's like, is that right? It's like, yeah, why? It's like, I want you to count that for me right now. I was like, okay. So I counted my money out. And like I said, I remember how much I had because I brought almost 200 bucks to go out with. And I'm counting through my money. And I have $67 in there. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I was like, there's gotta be some kind of mistake because I had almost 200 bucks in there. And he looks right at me and he says, is that right? Why don't you count that money again? And I was like, oh, I know what's going on. He's a crooked ass cop. What it was is he caught my ass. Now I was doing 71 in a 35. That's criminal speeding. I'm not saying I'm not proud of the motherfucker. I'm not proud of it, but that's criminal speeding. So, he has me count the money again, as in I'm gonna take this from you, let you out. What it was is, as soon as I counted the money, again, I was like, you know what? I must have loaned my brother about 150 bucks last night. He said, alright, I just want you to slow down, put your license plate up front, you're on your way. Didn't give me a written warning, didn't do shit, let me fucking go. He took $100 from my wallet. I'm cool with that, though. I'm fucking cool with that. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, no, I'm cool with that. Motherfucker, it just goes to show that, you know what, sometimes being a crooked cop will help somebody else. So that's why I'm not even giving this motherfucker's information on here, because that's fine by me. I'm glad the motherfucker took 100 bucks because that ticket would have been astronomical. I would have been arrested. My conditions would have been fucked. So the moral of the story is you know, sometimes it ain't so bad if there's a crooked motherfucker around who's just willing to wheel and deal with you. I had $167 in that wallet before he pulled me over because I remember counting the money when I went to the grocery store or whatever to get that pack of cigarettes in the morning. So I remember a $100 bill, 3 20s, a 5. No, I remember 3 20s and yeah, 5 and 2 1s and $100 bill. So there was $167 in that motherfucker. And there wasn't 100 there when he pulled me over. But after that, he let me go. Didn't even give me a written warning or anything. So, moral of the story is, thanks, crooked cops. This is Warren. Pieces.